Lantern Festival, Dragon Ball Festival, and the Moon Festival. In this part, I would like to give you a brief information about Chinese New Year and the Lantern Festival in Taiwan. This year is the year of rat. If you were born this year, like 1936 to 2008, in Taiwan, in China, we will say you were born the year of the rat. The special things, first of all, I have to say 新年快乐, Happy New Year, because today is still is Chinese New Year, because traditionally Chinese New Year has continued for 15 days from the first day to the 15 days. What do we prepare for celebrate the Chinese New Year? The first one is spring cleaning. Most of Taiwanese people are familiar with that because every family does this before the Chinese New Year. The spring cleaning is not only to clean the house, it's also a time for people to reflect their past year and to prepare for accept the New Year and to get ready. The worship ceremony is really common for the most of families. They set up the tables to have vegetables or some chicken or duck or fish or food to worship their ancestor and our God. The purpose is because it's time to tell our ancestors and the God say, well, it's Chinese New Year, so we can take a break and have a good time with us. And there's in Chinese New Year there are three things that brief for me, like two things we do before for preparing for the New Year. One is the New Year prints, and another one is for the firecrackers. There's a story in the old time. There was a monster came to the village to eat people before the New Year's Eve, like the midnight. The people in the village were so scared, and year after year they kind of realized the monster was kind of scared of the red color and the loud noisy. So they stay up and to put red papers on their wall and doors, and also they prepare for the firecrackers in front of their door to try to scare the monster away. And it works pretty well. The monster ran away and never came back to the village. So that's one of the story what Chinese people celebrate Chinese New Year with the red the firecrackers and the New Year prints. Give you an idea about the New Year prints. There's a table. There's some New Year prints that we put out in front of our door and our the walls. And there's one too. These two are usually put in our front door. And sometimes if you visit Taiwan, you have a chance to visit Taiwan, you will see this one. And it just carries good meaning, like Happy New Year, or wish you have to make a big money in this year. So what we're doing our Chinese New Year's Eve dinner, we call gathering around the stove. And Chinese is weiru. And the stove in the old China is really like the circle one. So when we have the dinner, it means the family united. So and the stove is a symbol for the heart of a family. So they believe like every Chinese New Year, if people sit together and to have dinner, and next year everybody will be pretty well. So keeping of the year, just I mentioned about the story, because the monster came to the village, so people stay up pretty late. So during the Chinese New Year Eve, the children can allow to stay up pretty late past the midnight, and it means they're awake to accept the New Year coming and get ready for the New Year's challenge. Chinese New Year customs. There are many Chinese New Year customs. But one I mentioned is firecrackers, and also there's red lucky money, or you can we call it red envelopes. Like our old relatives or from our family, they give young children money put in red envelope, and it's because they want to tell the children how to arrange their money, or they can spend the money on the study or buy some books. Worshiping ancestors, it's not only the time during Chinese New Year to worship our ancestors, but also it's some people are usually, if they are Taoist or Buddhist, and will go to temples. Because even though during this time our gods are in vacation, but they believe when the gods go back to work, they can hear the prayer pretty well and will be happy to make their wish come true. Like I said, traditionally we celebrate like 15 days for our Chinese New Year, but in the modern world that can be possible. So